You, I did not get much sleep last night, so a sister's looking a little tired, but that's okay. Cause I needed to bring you a little car chronicles. I need to talk to you. Just need to, you know, bring it. Okay, how's everyone? Thank you for joining my channel, stopping by to say hi. Okay, this is a great weekend. We are here in California with some wonderful weather. Let me tell you, it has been like on and off, hot 90s, 80s, sometimes 70s, but we've been doing it. It's been cool, and today is even cooler. But allergies and stuff get to kicking, and mine is kind of. And let me just tell y'all this: I never had allergies before. Never had allergies before in all my tender years. And all of a sudden, started getting a little allergy thing as I moved out with all this pollen and stuff in the air and trees and greenery and all that. And all of a sudden, it's all bad. But, I got it under control. But I wanted to touch on real quick about knowing your self worth. I talked briefly about this before, and I'm going to bring it up again because it's so vitally important to keep it as a reminder to some. Because, you know, I see it all the time. People come to me talking all the time about, you know, they don't feel valued. They want to just be with somebody just to be with somebody. They don't want to start over. They don't want to get out here and get involved with something else that's going to take a whole lot of time to rebuild. They've been dealing with somebody for so long, so they just know your self worth, you guys. Even when, and this is for men and women, you have those that will approach you, and you already know this is not the business, this is not the one, this is not for me. They got a few good things, but for the most part, it ain't for me. And then you end up just falling into it anyway, just because. Why? I heard somebody say, well, all my friends have a man, all my friends are in a relationship, all my friends are married, all my friends got. Okay, good. Some of them are happy, some of them are not, some of them are going to last, some of them are not. You need to be in a relationship because you chose to be in a relationship, and they chose you and you chose them, and you guys decide that you want to do this dang thing. Not because of what everybody else is doing. No, 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 no. But there's some who just got to keep up with the Joneses, as they used to say back, quote unquote, because everybody else got it and doing it, and they feel bad. They don't like going through to the family functions this time of year, when we have our barbecues, when we have, all the sun out, when we have people inviting you to this, to that, to that, to that. You want to bring someone. Okay, so if you don't have anybody to bring, you just don't have anybody to bring. You're probably going to meet somebody that's going to be real cool, that's going to come, because they didn't have nobody to bring. So both of y'all didn't have nobody to bring, and y'all didn't connect to each other. Okay, sometimes you just don't have nobody to bring. So does that mean you stay inside? You don't go outside? No, you got to take your butt outside. This is how you meet and greet and connect with people. It's not going to happen staying in the house. I'm going to tell you, you could be at the gas station, you could be in Home Depot, you could be at the movie theater, you could be at Barnes and Nobles, which you already know. A person looking for a book, they perhaps know how to read. And if they don't know how to read, they trying to learn how to read, or they close to knowing how to read, or they trying to be around people that read. They in Barnes Nobles. Barnes Nobles giving you a shout out, okay? So you have got to encircle yourself around those like kind people that you are trying to vibe with and connect with on a positive level. Don't settle just because. I've heard situations where I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship, but I think I am. Well, I really don't know, but they want to be in a relationship with me. And because they want to be in a relationship with me, ain't no sense of me wasting my time out here messing around with a whole bunch of others, because they want to be in a relationship with me. So I'm just going to go on and be in a relationship with them. And they end up getting themselves involved in something that is just a hot mess. A hot mess. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Hey, what's up, King? That's right. What's up, Riley? What's up, Saturday? Yay. We in here doing some grown folk talk, y'all. Some car chronicles. I'm in the car. I'm in the shade too. Let me tell you something. I'm in the shade. I'm in the shade. Took down my little glasses. Put them up so y'all can see my eyes a little bit. But we in the car. We in the car, y'all. Um, so, people they just end up getting with the situation just to be with. Let's go back to that. And you gotta know your self-worth, you guys. You gotta know your self-worth. You can't just be, oh, these glasses is doing a bit much. It's got me all messed up here. Let me just get this right, y'all. Let me get it right. A girl looking like she having some struggles. So they just want to get involved because this is what we're talking about. And yes, King, it's very hard. And yes, girls these days are different. Men are different too. I'm just gonna tell you. But yeah, people are different. It's a whole different dating era. It's a whole thank you for the compliment, King. I ain't worried about it. I come on here, I be dropping phones, I be dropping cameras, I be, shit, hair tied up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just bringing the conversation, the dialogue. I look all right. I'm all right. I'm okay. It's good. It's good. um, yeah, so, they are different nowadays. People are on a whole different selfish mindset and out to get what they can, out to do it how they can, out to take what they can. Nobody wants to really give of themselves in a good way. They want to be able to reap and not, you know, give what it takes anymore. They want to be receiving. I've heard somebody say, well, now they got to do this and that, and they gotta bring it like this, and I got to get this, and I got to, and it's like, so what you doing? And some of them just think cause I'm here, cause they got me, that need to be enough. Look, it takes two. Both of y'all got to be able to bring some stuff to the table now. And I'm not just talking about material things. I'm talking about emotional things. I'm talking about connection. I'm talking about heartfelt trust, all that. Where is the good ones at? You know what I'm saying? We have selfish, like King is saying, we have some very selfish folks out here nowadays. Where are the good ones? And so what it's doing is having people hold back from really bringing their best foot forward, really putting more into it. And then you have some who are just settling, like this video started off being about. They are just not knowing their self-worth. They just want to be with somebody just to be with somebody. And they don't care how they be with them. They don't care why they be with them. They just want to be with them. Okay? And lo and behold, have heard, and this is crazy. I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all, I got my refresher going on. Because it's hot. It's hot. But I have heard some say, my clock is ticking. I ain't had no baby yet. And I need to hurry up and have me a baby. They ain't tripping on if you compatible with the baby daddy. If the person is gonna be in your life, if they're gonna be there as a responsible co-parent, they not tripping on that. They just want a baby. That's what they say when I just want a baby. And then them be the ones that be chasing after the baby daddy in court, trying to bring them down, trying to, well, it's your kid too. Well, you said you wanted a baby, and this person wasn't, the right one to be having a baby with, but you wanted to have a baby anyway. You know what I'm saying? And King, how can you find a good one? I just say this. Continue to be you. Put your good energy out there. Put your good self out there. Do not change your character for nobody or nothing. And don't settle. When you have worked on self, when you have gotten yourself in a zone, in an arena, and with the right energy circulating around you, you are going to attract the right people in your aura. You know how they say birds of a feather flock together. So I know some that are just toe up from the floor up. They ain't got nothing. They just, man, they want them a relationship so bad. that they ready to step into whatever the first thing is, and they ain't got a pot to piss in no kind of way. Don't know where they gonna piss at, how they gonna piss. They ain't got everything messed up. They got situations, they got um, you know, self issues that they dealing with. Cause it starts within. It starts with us. We have to start with self, right? So you have to start with self, work and identify. First, identify what your issues are. Because ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect out there, King. Ain't nobody out there perfect, okay? But you have to be able to work on whatever your vices is, whatever your issues are, whatever your downfalls are, to the best of your ability, and present your positive energy self in a way that you will attract those type of individuals and don't settle. Okay? You're trying to find the good one, right? But you all messed up. What you think you're gonna find? Cause a real good one ain't gonna be attracted to all that. They gonna be like, you got a situation shit, boy. Bye. Fix some things first and give me a call. Okay, that's how that. Girl, you need to fix on some of that stuff because you kind of needy. You got situations. You got issues. You got insecurities. You're jealous. You got all kinds of stuff going on. I can't deal with it. Fix that first, and then come to me. See, and I'm not saying point the finger at the next, but we have got to work on ourselves first, so that our presentation will be worth it to the one that we attract. Because I did a video not long ago. It was how some are so stiff, like. They're not approachable. They're just so stiff and set in their ways that they're not approachable. Who wants to come up to a stiff person that seems to be just holding it all in and don't want you in their zone or their energy? Don't nobody want to deal with that. Your energy is already letting out in a dark way. So who is attracted to darkness? Certainly not I. I'm attracted to light. So it's like, if you dark like that, I can't, no, boo. I can't do you. I don't want to. Now, it's not that I can't do you, it's that I chose not to do you. I don't want to do you because what? Birds of a feather flock together. If you're dark, you're going to put that on me. I'm going to become dark. And we got two darks, and it's going to be all crazy. And I'm not meaning that literally. I'm just saying, dark energy, dark vibes. You're going to have that darkness amongst one another, and it's going to be all bad. So you want to attract light. And I'm going to tell you, when you work on you, that energy will be so outwardly magnetic that you're going to attract that lightness. You're going to attract people that's going to come. Because why? The ones that's dark, the ones that's full of mess, they ain't going to want to be bothered. And if they do, they're looking for opportunity. They're opportunists, right? And they're going to just get in where they fit in for a minute because they trying to gain something. And follow what I like. Do you have any advice for me? I feel afraid to try new stuff and follow what I like. Do you? My advice would be, number one, work on yourself. Get rid of that fear. Seek your higher power. Pray. Ask for that reservation and that fear to be removed from your heart. Only allow yourself to connect with those or that person that is giving you that type of positive energy. Okay? Everybody's not deserving. Some of us, we run into situations where there's red flags. There's red flags right there, right? By their fruit you will recognize them. Do people pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Matthew 7:16. Okay, generation love. That's right. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely right. By your fruit, by your fruit, they will recognize you. That energy and that light will attract. You ever been around someone or more than one, and you get this eerie feeling? You just meet them, and for some reason it's eerie, it's dark. Their fruit is just, it's not recognized in a very delicious way. And you can even look in their eyes and you'll lock the eyes will lock and you just feel like it's a piercing of a dart within you, and you can't explain what that is. That is your spirit self letting you know that, okay, something ain't right about that one, right? It's letting you know. And sometimes we try to step back and not pay attention of those type of signs and that type of signal, and we fall in. It may be something about that person that sticks out far from that darkness. Maybe, I don't know, they have a big butt, or it always equate to the physical, or maybe they're just fine as wine or something like that, but everything else just seems. Let me tell you, it ain't what's on the outside that you need to be focusing in on. For real. For real. You will know. You will recognize. You know what I'm saying? And the connection will be felt in a way that's unquestionable. King, you have to, you just have to be more, I say, open and use discernment and first and utmost prayer to provide you with the right type of energy and connection, and to give you the discernment of knowing the difference when it's not for you. So once you work on self, and once you build up your spiritual man or your spiritual woman, you're going to be automatically identifying when it's not totally right. If it's something that's not feeling right in your spirit, you need to break it. Okay? I'm not saying be mean to nobody. I'm not saying do things that's not nice. I'm not saying say things that's wrong. I'm saying you have got to um be open and approachable, and you have to be in a spiritual zone to know the difference, okay? And anything that's full of doubt, if you meet somebody, or you get to a point where it's just so much fear or so much reservation or whatever, it's probably something that's in there that's telling you be cool. You know how they say, when in doubt do nothing? When in doubt, do nothing. That means break it, hold back, stay firm. Don't go left, don't go right, don't go forward, don't go backward. Just pay attention, because sooner or later it's going to present itself in a way where it's unquestionable. That's when you have to get your spiritual self really, really in tune and in order. Some people go into a fasting mode. Some people go into their serious prayer closet. Whatever it takes for you to get your spiritual self more open and vivid to, you know, paying attention, and your discernment to be more pure and open, you're going to have to go there, okay? Because it's so many things out here, so many tripsters, so many game players, slayers, so much demonic stuff going on, that you have to get your spiritual house together to be able to um know the difference. You cannot just dive into something just because you want something. Sometimes it's not for you to have it right then. You ever know, you ever been in a situation where for some reason you just seem to have been single forever? You the most prettiest thing, handsomest thing, smartest thing. You got a little something going on for yourself, and you just can't seem to find that right connection. It just don't happen. You've come close, but then boom, something happened. It may not be your season. See, we all have seasons and timing, and sometimes certain things don't happen because this is not the mode or the timing for it to happen. You're being prepared for it to happen in a way that will be more lasting, that will be more complimentary, that will be more in tune for what you're trying to do, want, need, and desire. And if it happened right now, you won't be ready for it. It'll be disaster zone, right? You could be just came out of something. You could be, maybe the higher power of the Lord wants you to work on yourself to get some of them issues you got going on, so that when he presents that right person. I ain't trying to preach, y'all. I'm just trying to. I just went there on a. Yeah. Sometimes we got to go there, but he will present it when the timing is right, so that you will be ready and acceptable for that blessing that's about to come your way that he got for you. Because if he presented that blessing to you right now, it would be a disaster. It wouldn't work out. You would mess it up. It would be flushed down the toilet. Why? Because it's not time. So he needs you to sit down. And I know for me, being single for the period of time that I have, I'm still a single girl. It's not by choice. It's just because I know what I want, need, desire, and I'm looking for it in a different type of light, in a different kind of way now. Before, it was about, years ago, it was about, oh, I just want to be with somebody, just have some, just be in a situation, just yeah. And I already knew, I already should have known that they wasn't the one. But for some reason, you think they could be the one, right? And you get yourself in something, and they are not the one. Okay. um Yes, King. Maybe it was God's plan. Maybe he was. Maybe it's God's plan for me to say the things I'm saying today. I go with the flow. I go with the energy. I go with the moment. Thank you for bringing some stuff to the table. You and Generation Love. I appreciate you guys for bringing stuff, that we could talk about in this grown folk kind of way. But like I was saying, I come from a moment of time where it was just all about needing to be with whatever, somebody, anybody, just. And I could have had anybody I wanted, but I end up, oh Lord, no pun intended, but I end up just going down some wrong roads, right? So now I'm at a point where I'm more in tune with, and I can identify very quickly. Some have become very good friends. You will have good friendships, but you just know that as far as relationship, it ain't the business, right? So why jump into that? Because God has provided all my needs and made it cool for me to be the way I am until that right one comes along. Because when it does, I'm going to be ready, I'm going to be willing, and I'm going to be able, and I'm going to know that that connection is solid, right? So that's what's going on. And then when I tell you, because I used to go, and I'm not trying to just put all my stuff out there, but I'm just trying to keep it real, 100. I used to go from one thing to another, just, break up, because they be in line. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying. They was in line. So soon as you break up, y'all ever been there? Soon as you break up with one, here somebody is knocking on the door that was waiting in the wings. They probably threw a little salt in the game too, because they was ready for you to break up with that person because they want you. And then next thing you know, you up there seeing that person lightweight because you trying to get over the person you just left. And next thing you know, you're in a relationship again. Ain't had a minute of time to sit up and woosah about nothing. You just like, damn, I just got off that elevator. Now I'm on the next elevator. Damn, I didn't come out for air. What was the reason I broke up with? It wasn't all their fault. I had something to do with that too. We was in a relationship, right? So now I'm going over here. I haven't fixed whatever it was I was dealing with myself, and now I'm bringing all that over here, and now I'm going to try this again. And you go from one thing to another to another to another, right? So when God finally set me down for a minute, and I would have people I would meet that would question all the time. They'd be like, why are you still single? Is something wrong? What is it? Ain't nothing wrong. Everything's right. Okay? It's just that you learn to love yourself, to identify your issues, to work on your issues, to be in tune spiritually and with yourself of your needs, wants, and desires, to not be in a zone or on a page of just accepting. You can be alone. You guys know what? I have traveled alone. I have went places alone and met some wonderful people doing it. If I want to go to the movies, there ain't nobody around that I really want to go to the movies with. Okay, see, going to the movies. If I want to go to Hawaii, going to Hawaii. If I want to go to a concert, going to a concert. If I want to go to comedy, going to a comedy and be sitting up there laughing and cracking up and meeting some real cool people right there at my table, right next to me, right? Right? You got to keep on living, dear. Um, King, I hear you. You prefer to have peace rather than being with someone who I don't match with. And that's what it's all about too. You have to have that peace within yourself and that peace of knowing that you don't need to be with somebody just to be with them if they're not right for you. Because we all, if you mature, if you grown and mature, you all have been there where you've been in situations from hell. Some of you have been blessed where you've been with somebody forever, since high school, whatever. And that, it ain't like that's perfect. You still gonna have some issues. Everybody got issues, but your foundation was solid enough where you still rocking, right? And congratulations to you. That's a blessing for real. But there is a larger percentage of us who have been through rocky road. You have been through situations of horror. You have been through an unpeaceful situation. You have been afraid to even want to come home. And not just afraid because you think something's going to be done to you. Just afraid because of the mode and the mindset that you know that it's going to put you in. Dating and traveling with Christ. That's right. 100 generation love. 100. I feel you. Yes. So you just get in that vibe where I just don't want to go. I don't want to, I just don't. I had a good day. I don't want to go home to this. I want so much. And then, the energy be so dark and thick. You got this disconnect at the house. You walk in the door and everything just dark. You ever just walk in the house? I don't care how bright it is outside, daylight saving time, whatever it is. You walk in the house and it's just darkness. Thick like a smoke. And you barely even say hello to each other. Your peace is jaded. Your peace is jaded. So some just decide that, I can't do this no more. I'm gone or whatever. The advice I want to give is don't make your last relationship be the deciding factor of you connecting with someone that is truly could be meant for you moving forward. Just learn and grow, because each situation that you go through, each person that you're with is for a season and a reason. There is something that you both should get out of that. Not only good, but bad too. But it's something that you're going to get out of that that's going to help your self-development, your self-love, your self-growth. And it's going to help you understand what it is that you like, dislike, want, need, won't tolerate, all that. It's going to help you move forward. Because some don't always identify that. And what happens is what? They get with the next person that's almost identical to where they just came from. Sometimes they look like the person they just was with. They act like the person they was with. And they going through the same issues with the new person, because they never closed the door and dealt with what they just came out of. And I don't know what it is about getting with somebody that looks similar to what you just came from. I don't know what. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, we have got to keep our spiritual selves in tune, love ourselves, stop accepting anybody at any time, trying to go along with the Joneses, trying to be with somebody just because you don't want to be alone. You're turning 60 years old, you're 55, you're 50, you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm at midlife or greater, and I still ain't got married. Or I still ain't got with somebody that I can just bring around and be proud of, whatever. Well, God probably just say, it ain't your time yet. It ain't your, some people get married when they're 80. I'm sorry, but I hope I won't be 80 when I get married again. But if that's what God got planned, that's what he got planned. But some people are 80 years old. They get married and just be all blissful and in love and enjoy their last whatever years together. You know what I'm saying? But he is going to close one door and open another for you. Close one door and open another for you. Identify your own personal issues. Sometimes we get caught up with trying to point the finger and trying to hold our hand down on the neck of the person we just came from, or anybody else that you want to point that finger at. Because nobody want to take accountability in a relationship. It takes two. Now, it may be one person that did something a little bit more than the other. It causes a domino effect. And then you go out and do something else that, because you mad, you pissed. And before you know it, y'all both doing stupid stuff, right? It takes two. They may call you a B and you may call them a faggot or whatever. All right? I ain't no disrespect. I'm just saying. It takes two. So, you have got to identify when the triggers are there, when the person is no longer good for you in that way, and you need to move on, and you have got to stop accepting situations just to have something, just to have somebody. Self-love, self-worth. Just because they say they love you don't always mean they love you. What are they showing you? What are they doing? How are they doing it? Just because they say they want to be in a relationship with you don't necessarily mean they just want to be in a relationship with just you. They may have like four others. Some, cultures, they got more than one wife, more than one husband, and you may just be added to the list. I mean, I don't know. You just got to know what you're dealing with, right? If they say they want to marry you and be with you forever, you got to pay attention. Is it strictly business? Is it because of what you have? Is it because of what they can gain with you? Is it because they're gonna take out a $200,000 life insurance policy and kill you next month? I mean, you better pay attention. I'm serious, for real though. So this is just some grown folk talk, you guys, in the afternoon. Just something to think about. Pay attention. Get your spiritual house together. Don't just settle because you want to have a baby. Don't just settle because you want to be in a relationship. Don't just settle because you want to get married. And that goes for men and women. There is women now getting down on one knee asking the man to marry them. They proposing to these men because the man is moving too slow. He ain't asked you. He probably ain't asked you because he don't know if you the one, if he want to get married right now or whatever the situation. I don't know. But he ain't asked you, right? Traditionally, the man asks the woman, and then he has a ring, and he puts an engagement ring on her finger, blah, 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 blah. If they don't have a ring right now, they usually go in a week or two and go look for one and get one and all that. But usually he has a ring, right? But these women getting down on one knee and they asking the men to marry them. And I think I had touched on this briefly. Thank you so much, King. Oh, thank you. And I don't know if the women is putting a ring on the man's finger. I don't even know what that, because I'm old school, y'all. And women didn't get down on no knee asking no man to marry him. It just didn't. That didn't. It wasn't nowhere in the rule book, right? I don't recall. Did I miss a chapter? I never, and I didn't live the little life, but I don't remember that one happening. But it's happening now. Things are different. Things have changed. Take your time. Take your time. Your time is coming to connect and be with that right person. God has somebody out here for everybody. And some of us got to kiss a couple of frogs to get to our prince, because there's lessons that they want us to be able to learn. There's testimonies that is in store for you to be able to share. Somebody needs to hear your testimony. You may be able to help somebody that's going through what you went through or worse, but you got to go. Sometimes it's strength builders. You got to go through certain things to build you up. You have to go through certain things to appreciate certain things, right? So you have to go through certain things to appreciate love, relationships, karma, all that. So pay attention, and remember to self-love. Embrace the overflow, generation love. Embrace the overflow. Allow the Holy Spirit to take you on new adventures. Mission trips can be fun with just you and Christ. Meet new people and places. Share the message. Wonderful. Great. Thank you for sharing, Generation Love. This is so true. You have got to connect with that Holy Spirit. You have got to be in the midst of new adventures. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to get out there amongst new things. Try new things. Connect with new people. Make sure that your light is evident. Make sure that, if you're feeling something deep within that don't feel right, put the brakes on, okay? You are going to be just fine. Just King, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being who you being. I sense that you are a wonderful, wonderful person. And I will pray for you as well as everyone. And I would love for you guys to pray for me. We have got to pray for one another. And your time is coming. Keep being you. Keep doing you. Generation Love, keep sharing that wonderful spiritual, enlightenment. I appreciate it. I know others watching this video appreciate it. You guys are the bomb. I love you. And this is why I do what I do. But I got to go, y'all. I'm in this car. See, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I got to get on up out of here and do a few things before it gets dark. It ain't dark yet, but my sassy self got to go. But anyway, thank you guys for being a part of what I do. This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, a.k.a. Lady D, with some grown folk table talk today, Car Chronicles, okay? I'll be back at you guys soon. Tune in tomorrow night. We do some grown folk table talk show around 7:45 California time in the PM, and you can join a Zoom or you can just come on here YouTube live. This is where we get down and talk about some things. We just talk about it, okay? One love. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be safe. Most importantly, keep loving yourself first. See ya.